Hi, I'm back to talk about your in-person launch demo or hosting an in-person demo for a client. They're going to be very similar. So a lot of what we'll talk about could apply for your in-person launch demo for yourself or for hosting a demo for a client if a client requests one. So the basics, this is just kind of the basics. So if you have more detailed questions, you can drop those in the comments below and we'll leave more, we'll respond to you with more information as we can. So for a launch demo, if you have already created your Facebook client group and have people in there, you can either create the event in the group or you can do it on your personal Facebook page and then select and choose who you want to invite. If you do the invite or create the event in your Facebook client group, it automatically invites everyone in the group. And if you have people in the group who maybe aren't local to you, they're going to receive the invitation and it won't really make sense to them because they're not close to you. So for this one time, we actually recommend posting it to, or you're creating the event from your personal Facebook page. Then you can select the people, go through your list of friends and select the people who are local to you so that they can be invited and actually will attend. So let's talk a little bit about what makes an in-person launch demo successful. So 80% of that success is going to be getting people to show up to the event. So for me personally, if you reach out to people directly and just be honest with them, show them your vulnerability, send personal messages, personal texts, personal phone calls directly to people, I think your success rate of getting people to show up will be a little bit better. If you call your sister, your best friend and say, Kimberly, I am launching this lip business and I'm so super excited. I love this product, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm having my launch demo and I'm scared to death that nobody's gonna come. Please promise me you're gonna be there. You will probably solicit more presence if you do it that way. But just be honest with people. I find that honesty is the best policy. So you're going to want to first establish the location. It could be at your house. Maybe you want to have it at a restaurant or at a bar where people can do cash bar. Or maybe you provide the first drink. And if you want to have it at the client's house, if it's not your launch demo, if you're hosting a demo, you can do it there. Or you can have it at your own house, whatever works for you. Just establish the place and then get people there. I always tell people it's a numbers game. Do not take it personally. If you want 5 to 7 people at your demo, which we think is a good number. I mean, really any more than 7 is going to kind of get out of hand. We say you need to invite 30 people. Half of them will say that they can come, and then half of those will actually show up on the day of. If not everyone shows up, please don't take it personally. It's not personal. I always tell my girls, Q-tip. You'll see me write this all the time, Q-T-I-P. Quit taking it personally. It's just business. I know it's hard when you're putting your heart out there on the line for people and then they stomp all over it by not coming to your lunch demo, but I promise they'll be intrigued and they will probably purchase from you at some point. So I've been doing this for 15 months and I still have people that have been sitting in my Facebook group for over a year and just now saying, okay, I think I finally need to try some of this stuff. So I promise, just be patient. So you invite everyone. And by invite, we don't just mean create your Facebook event and then send it off to people and go, whoo, okay, I'm done. No, then you're going to need to follow up with text messages, with phone calls are best. In person is best because people will feel that in-person connection with you and are more likely to say that they'll be there. And just that personal follow-up will really be key. So we say that the best demo size is really between 3 people plus the hostess. Anywhere from 3 to 7 people, including in addition to the hostess. So then the next thing you're going to want to do, so you've got your date set, your location, and then you invite all of your friends and family. Then you want to really plan your party out. I mean, you don't have to do a dry run or anything, but at least plan it. You don't want to wing it at your event and just sort of hope that everything falls into place. A good format would be really invite everyone in. They can have wine is good because then they have wine glasses and they can see that the lip sense doesn't come off on the wine. Maybe a few little hors d'oeuvres or snacks or whatever, maybe a dessert, mingling for a little bit. And then when you're ready to get started, instead of kind of saying, okay, everyone, ready to get started, take a seat, and it being kind of, awkward and everyone's milling around and trying to sit, say, okay, we're going to play a game and I'm going to give a bottle of wine, or I have this bottle of wine here, I'm going to give it to whoever can guess the most lip sense colors correctly. Or maybe you play lip sense bingo, or whatever it is. But we find that a game is a good way to kind of transition into talking about the product and getting everyone's attention on you. And maybe it doesn't have to be a bottle of wine. It could be like a $10 makeup brush set. It doesn't have to be something super expensive. A $10 makeup brush set is impressive, and it looks like it's much more expensive than it is, and it's valuable. I think your clients, your friends and family at your demo would find that to be a valuable item. So then you can play that game, and then really a great place to start is with the beauty book. Some people call these lookbooks, but it's, you know, about half the size of a standard sheet of paper. You can just put these in your purse too and carry them around with you. This is what I use kind of as my business card. I mean, of course, this is my billboard right here, my stripes, and then this is my business card. So there is a template for some labels. These are Avery template 5363. Or also 8163. It's the same. They're the same size. It's the standard 2-inch by 4-inch shipping labels. And if you go into the Lip Squad page, into the files section, there is the Word document for this template. You can open it up, change the information. This has my name and contact information, my Senna site, but it also has on there no monthly minimums required, what the sign-up fee is. No required kit to purchase, no auto ship. No, it tells all of the enticing things about signing up to be a distributor. So that's something that you can kind of use as a plug too at your demo. They can see how easy it is, how much fun it is, and then they may consider signing up from your launch demo. So these are also good to place on the back of like opportunity brochures. You can order these in back office. They're just a trifold brochure that talks a little bit more about how they can profit, what some of the incentives are, a little bit more about the company in detail. But the beauty book is great for demos because really it tells you, I mean, if you follow the beauty book front to back, it's designed to be walked through the products the way you would do it at a demo. It takes the guessing out of the whole thing. And we really encourage going through the whole line because most of your sales are going to come, your greatest number of sales will come from the skincare and the cosmetics. So grab the lookbook, go through that, and then really we say you can kind of do basically a mini facial on the back of one of their hands on each client. So you can go through the skin wash, the climate control, moisturizer, Serum, the hand cream. I mean, it's wonderful. They can see how amazing the products are, and then at the end of the demo, they're going to see that one hand feels amazing and then the other hand feels regular. And then you really want to test on lips last. So you want to explain lip sense last. We say the lips get us in the door, but the face keeps us there, meaning the skincare and the cosmetics. And if you don't want to go through the skincare, it's totally fine. Maybe you signed up 3 days ago and you're like, no, I just want to stick with lip sense. All I know is lip sense. Go for it, girl. But I will tell you, when your lip sense sales plateau because the product lasts so long and it's so amazing and they don't have to keep buying more, I mean, they'll buy more and more colors, but as they get 20 colors and they're like, I'm done, the skincare and the cosmetics is what will ramp up your sales as you move forward. But as you explain lip sense, you really want to, one, we recommend either going to the demo with bare lips and then showing them a live application so that they can see, or maybe you have a video that they can watch, preferably of yourself applying it because your friends and family want to see you putting it on. And maybe you can post that video also to your client page. But you want to explain everything that they need to know, and it's good if you explain it 3 times. If hearing it 1 time is good, then hearing it 3 times is great. And perfect that since we apply it in 3 layers, you can explain it 3 times. Apply in one direction, never lifting, let it dry for 7 to 10 seconds. Apply one direction, never lifting, let it dry 7 to 10 seconds. You know, you get the point. Don't rub back and forth. Apply in thin layers, dry, clean lips. Don't rub your lips together. So that's kind of a good way to show people how it is applied. When people are using the testers, first of all, we want to test only on the back of hands and with 3 layers because 1 layer, as you know, looks very different than 3 layers does. So have them test with 3 layers on backs of hands only. And then when they're ready to wear a color that they're comfortable wearing for the rest of the day, then they can go ahead and apply on their lips. So you also want to keep your inventory, whatever, maybe you've purchased some stock that if you want people to walk home with their purchases that day, keep it off the table. And I mean, not just like completely away from your testers, because ultimately if you don't, if it's anywhere near where people can look at them and go, oh, you have blue red on it, oh, that's nice, and they'll crack it. They'll crack the seal on it every time. It never fails. So keep it off the table, out of sight, so people can't even see it. If people make a purchase and say it's for a product that you don't have in stock that day for them to walk away with, then you want to be sure to have your glossy samples so that they can walk away with those. Because if they put product on their lips and your demo is at 11 o'clock in the morning, by 5 o'clock in the evening their lips are going to be dry, and they won't have anything to put any more gloss on, and they're going to think that they hate lip scent. So you want to really equip your clients and make it fair for them. So send them with one of these if you don't have a glossy gloss tube to send them with that they've purchased. Okay, this is kind of the most important part, but what do you need? So what do you need for your demo? You're going to need your testers, and you can use your personal stock and just use applicator ones in your own personal tubes of lip scents, or maybe you've built up some of your own testers. Maybe you started yesterday, you signed up yesterday. Get with your sponsor and ask if you can borrow either some of her testers or all of her testers. If she's not local, or maybe she's brand new and she just signed up the other day also, then go to her sponsor until you get what you need. But testers are going to be really important because especially for an in-person demo, people want to see the colors. You need glossy gloss samples, of course, like we just mentioned, beauty books. And at the back of the beauty books, there is the wish list. So people can make wish lists of all their favorite products, and it can remind them, oh, I can go back for more sales too. And there's also more information about the opportunity. You will need makeup remover wipes. So maybe they come wearing other lipstick. They came from another event, or they're out and about running errands and they wanted to have lip color on. You'll need some witch hazel, and always be sure to let people know that witch hazel is really just for the first couple of times that they use lip scents on their lips, and after that they won't need it anymore to remove the wax buildup unless they're using wax products in between lip scents uses. And always make sure that water is the last thing that's touched their lips. So even if they clean their lips off with witch hazel, you want to be sure and have them, clean their lips off again, remove any witch hazel residue with water and a hot or warm washcloth or a paper towel. You want some disposable applicator ones. You can order these in back office. These are wonderful because they have the stopper. So if you're talking to your client or they're talking to you while you're explaining and they're soaking up the color, if they drop it, this won't fall into the tube and ruin your color. You want laminated color sheets that have the lip picks. You can print those off from back office and then laminate them. And also there are these gorgeous Acclaim magazines that have Jada on the front that talk a little bit more about wowing and the opportunity, some great testimonial stories. And if you don't want to spring for these, I think these are 10 of these magazines for $25 maybe, but the beauty books are 20 for $10, so these are 50 cents each. That's a deal at twice the price. Stock up on these. You should have these with you all the time. Then there's also the opportunity brochures that I mentioned. So be sure to take pictures and post those in your Facebook group afterwards and show people how much fun that you had and what they missed out on if they weren't able to come. And tell people if you had a very successful Facebook launch, tell the in-person people, say, look, it was a great Facebook launch. I had over 2,000 in sales or over 600 in sales. Plant little seeds in their head so that they may be thinking about signing up if they think that it's super fun as well. Or maybe they just want to host a Facebook party and see what kind of free products and discounts and credits they can get by hosting. So that's kind of all I have today. So thank you all for hanging in. Post any questions in the comments below and we will circle back to you.